NBCSN. Sunday, last year's top two finishers go head-to-head at Wembley as Tottenham host champions Chelsea. But first, Manchester United head to South Wales to face Swansea City. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern. I picture Mike Harmon as a Tottenham guy myself.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
I'll ask him if he's up tomorrow. Yeah. Mornings on NBCSN, afternoons on NBCSN, Xfinity Series qualifying from Bristol Motor Speedway. Harmon shuts it down if you're just joining us. Rain a little bit earlier compacted this qualifying session into one round only, 20 minutes long. The clock has been ticking, and just 3 cars have taken to the track and put down a time so far of the 42 who are registered and practiced earlier today. They are lining up there at the exit of pit road, DJ. That is their option to go whenever, and right now everyone's just waiting.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm thinking not even knowing the track's not at its best. If nobody goes out there, it's never going to get at its best. So you get out there and you get a full racetrack and you get impeded on your lap, then what good have you done? So go put something down here and then give yourself a chance to go back out in those last frantic minutes.
And I spoke to enough crew chiefs down there today to get an idea that track position is going to be very important in this race.
Absolutely.
Starting with the opening lap. So you want to get an up front qualifying position and get a good pit stall pick too. Well, actually, that's from last week. Right?
There's a lot of benefits, from being here and doing well. I mean, you want to start up front. Yes. It's just crazy how being in the middle of this pack, anywhere from outside the top 15, it's just a madhouse as a driver and trying to make speed, make passes, and put yourself in position. Because if you get towards the back, you either find yourself in a wreck or you find the leader coming at you pretty quickly.
Chad Fincham in the 40 would consider this his home track. He's from Knoxville. And won here last year in the K&N Pro Series. That was a big day for him. Now running this car for Carl Long. Like to have a good run here tonight as well.
It's been the fastest lap so far, 16:08.
This is Ray Black Jr., 07. Ray earlier today put down the 33rd quickest time, and that was in final practice. And we're watching that low line too, Dale, to see just how the cars are taking to it. The rain now having changed once again, what that grip feels like down there.
Yeah, and the track even looks different after the rain. They had to dry, so how much was blown off of there. I saw them stay away from it as much as they possibly could, but they had to get that part dry too. So it even doesn't, to me, doesn't look as dark as what it was. Of course, there's been a lot of activity with the Cup cars out there for 2 practice sessions earlier today.
That's right. Yeah, they occupied the track earlier today. Yesterday was Xfinity Series practice, and that's when these practice times were laid down, which is something else to consider as we see Ray shut it down and Morgan Shepherd, the ageless one, takes to the track. They kind of had an overnight to think about it, and obviously the track has changed a bunch.
Well, not just to think about it too, but just to jump in a car and the first thing that you're doing is going to qualify. They do it a lot in the Xfinity Series, but it's still a challenge, especially at a place like this where you had in your mind how you were going to go attack, and then all of a sudden you add in that the Cup cars have been out there and then 2 rain showers that we got that were downpours actually. So how is that going to affect what you go out and try to do?
So as Morgan makes these opening laps, we notice at the exit of pit road, and actually the entire pit road in the front is covered with the race cars. Dale, when it's time to go, that could make things a little dicey.
Yeah, that's, normally there's a courtesy type situation. You're not going to pass cars that are lined up there, but I think that goes out the window here. You don't, you're down now to half the time that you had for this whole session. We see William Byron getting ready to go out right now. So I think that, nobody's going to get mad at somebody by coming up and passing them or moving in front of them. Things are a lot different.
Dale, as you see the 9, William Byron pull out there, what I'll be interested to see is how many laps does he do? Listening to the scanner, a lot of teams discussing 2, 3 laps. I mean, that's a lot of qualifying laps, but with the way this track is, trying to get the heat in it, and you might only get 1 chance at it. Do you take 2 or 3 and maybe find the 3rd lap the fastest?
Parker, we saw William catching that car on his opening lap.
Yeah, he was definitely hustling it, and those rear tires didn't want to hook up as he came for what would have been the start of his lap and a green flag condition. He sets the fastest time so far. Jeff Burton puts down the quickest, but let's see if Byron goes back ahead of him there, which he does.
I don't think it's quite in yet. Second lap felt the best I could do right now.
So now they can think about it. They've got 9 minutes if they want to cool the car down. There's no transferring to another round, but if he doesn't think that time is going to hold for the pole or as high as he wants to be, take it back out a little later.
Yeah, and I would think that knowing the situation and what they did, that these things aren't fully taped up like you would do. There's not a huge advantage to that here anyway, but probably knowing that you're going to make multiple attempts.
Daniel Suarez to the stripe, puts the 20 car on top. Good looking run for him this weekend, and another double duty weekend for the young driver called up to the Cup Series this year. And these weekends have been good for him, good for Daniel to get laps, I think, during the course of a weekend. And certainly, as we've been talking about, with all the compound put down on the lower line, to understand the changing racetrack throughout the weekend.
Yeah, and he's one of those drivers that running Saturday and Sunday, it's beneficial to him, or in this case, Friday night and Saturday night, getting laps, getting reps, still understanding, because there's a lot to be learned. And I think that what he sees and does here tonight will certainly benefit him tomorrow night as he tries to go get a victory to get himself into the playoffs.
Matt Tifft currently fourth. You saw Spencer Gallagher roll it home in seventh in the 23 car. See how their laps change this time, if at all. Gallagher moves up. Tifft is going to stay where he is. Here comes Ryan Reed to the top. Cole Custer.
Yeah, and they're starting to get lap times down to where they were yesterday as far as fastest lap times in practice. So I think the track's getting in. We're going to see more people get out. But you don't want to get yourself out in a position that you might run up on a car and hurt your lap time.
Dale Jr. running a fifth entry for Junior Motorsports this weekend, the Purple 88. His first start of the season. Not the first time for that 88 car this year. Casey Kane has run it in a couple of the restrictor plate races so far this year, but Junior's first run. And the last time he was in Dale, he won. So that was Richmond last year in the spring.
Well, he knows how to get it done in this series, and I think probably coming here to run this race probably excited him a lot, because he likes to drive these cars when he gets that opportunity, and to come back here. There are certain places as a driver, when you know that you're retiring, that are pretty special to you. I ran my last points paying event here at this track, and it was for good reason that I wanted to do that. This is a very, very special place.
Ty Dillon trying to keep it special on the right there. He's third, and Blake Cook fourth currently. And that's where the 11 is going to stay for the moment.
Yeah, and the track's is good. I mean, it's only probably going to continue to get maybe a marginally better from this point as more go out, but I'm seeing cars be able to make the corner about as quick as what you are going to want to. And so I would expect everyone to start getting themselves onto the track here as the clock is getting down closer to 5 minutes.
Older brother Austin with a good lap. Second, does he move to the top here? No, not quite.
That's a good lap Cole Custer put down.
Just thinking that. 2/10 off in your second. Michael Annette, another one of the Junior Motorsports cars. I spoke with him earlier, and his bubble situation cannot be any more dramatic. He needs points in the next 5 races as they head toward the playoffs.
Yeah, and some difficult racetracks in race coming up. The problem is that you get so many things that are out of your control at a couple of them, and if you have any kind of problem, then you get finish way back, and all of a sudden that nice little cushion you thought you had is quickly gone.
Nice lap for Michael Annette. It's 9th. As he finds his rhythm, the track remains busy. 5 cars on the track up to speed now, and several more on the apron shutting it down or rolling out. A little tight down there from our vantage point. Can see some crossover moves just to get on the racetrack. 5 minutes left. Only 27 cars have taken time, so it's going to be a busy place in the final 5 too.
Yeah, so a lot of the drivers and teams have just decided we're going to make one effort at this, try to go do 2 or 3 laps, whatever that may take, and take what that gives us.
Tyler Reddick on the left. Coming to the line here. Where does that put the 42?
Second.
Very nice lap for Tyler. And the 7 of Allgaier on the right. One of the quicker cars in practice yesterday. Spoke to him earlier, has a good feeling about this place. And Junior Motorsports, as we saw, very good. Second for Allgaier.
Yeah, that was a really quick lap. Sorry, Dave. He's only 4/100ths off of the pole right now.
So keep your eye on the left. The far left, Joey Logano puts the 22 in 7th. But what does the 18 have? Kyle Busch, winner already this week. He'll come across the line to the top.
I'm shocked.
I don't detect it. I don't detect sincerity there in your voice. See if he can bring that down anymore. Here comes Kyle. 22, as you heard the spotter say,
yeah.
90. Holy man, that's very nice.
09 on that, so he's just a 10th off the track record. He's going after another.
Kyle won on Wednesday, or what was Thursday morning, in the Truck Series race. Trying to be the second time that he wins all 3 races on a race weekend since they went to 3 National Series in NASCAR back in 1995. He was the first guy to do it in 2010. Trying to equal it here this weekend. Whoa, Hemrick with a nice catch there.
Trying to carry a lot of speed right there. And then the bad thing is that right there is going to mess up both laps. Hurt that lap, and then he wasn't up to speed as he crossed the start-finish line. So it's going to take at least one more lap after this to try to get a good lap put down. Kyle Busch, back to him for just a second. He put on a clinic the other night in passing and getting around in that truck race after he had the speeding penalty, had to go to the back.
And what line was that he used?
Everywhere they weren't. Well, pretty much he went to the top and got a lot of it done.
You saw a great view there from our helmet cam. Worn this weekend again by Brennan Poole in 48. Good lap by Poole. That was 3rd. You saw just how much rhythm is involved in getting around here. Track still busy. Elliott Sadler, 7th the last time by. What does he have for the 1 car this time? See if he picks up a little speed. He does not. Elliott will stay 7th. Good starting spot. And now Hemrick trying to find the rhythm he had earlier before that little bobble. See if he can slide the 21 further up than 14th. Not right now.
That's 5 laps total that he's completed.
Has to be a little frustrated. He was one of the quicker cars in practice. And 14th certainly does not show all the speed that 21 has. But this is only qualifying. With a minute and a half left, there will be 300 laps tonight, DJ, to prove what he's really got.
Yeah, but you really didn't want to start off that way. But you take what is given to you and you make the most out of it. But speaking of him, he's done a great job this year and been probably as impressive as anyone else throughout the year in making speed and learning and getting some good finishes.
See all the drivers on the right in the red against the big lap that Kyle Busch put down. Daniel Suarez was flashing in the green for just a moment there. These are Kyle's 2 teammates, the 20 of Suarez this weekend and the 19 of Tift.
I think drivers trying to get out now. See William Byron running up on some traffic, and that's going to hurt his lap.
It's almost like either final practice at Indianapolis or the race itself. There's a lot of activity on the track right now.
A lot happening, and I see Cole Custer out there trying to get a little bit more, but he's right on the bumper of Blake Cook, so he's at the mercy of whatever Blake Cook runs. That's kind of going to be the lap that he runs.
Suarez picked the 20 up. It is now in 7th. What can Logano do?
I would assume he's just back out there after the pole. He's sitting 2nd.
Felt like he had just a little bit more. Not this time.
Yeah, and he ran up on a car, so not sure of the strategies there. It didn't work out the way that they wanted it for sure.
Final seconds. Sorry, Dale, if you get to the line before that red and black came out, we'll see whose lap counts. A couple cars down the backstretch here may have one more shot at it. I believe Blake Cook's lap is going to be good. So as he comes around to the... Now he shut it down as well. So, there he is. The pole man once again in the Xfinity Series. Kyle Busch, for the 63rd time. His percentages are incredible. And his talent impeccable. And he's done a lot of interviews, Kelly.
Yeah, Kyle Busch going for that sweep, won the truck race, off to a good start in the Xfinity Series winning pole. Just one round. Kyle, what was the challenge like getting out there after all that rain that came down?
None. You know, it's just a matter of kind of waiting a little bit, seeing what the track had in it, and then trying to go get it. And, you know, we were able to bust off the flat there. So really pumped for our NOS Energy Drink guys. They did a great job. We were pretty quick yesterday and having a good opportunity, hopefully, to have a good show tonight. And starting up front, that'll help things for us. And, you know, we're a little off on balance there for our run, and would like to make some adjustments here in order to make it better so we're closer to start the race and don't have to work on it too much during the race.
I imagine, though, it has changed the track, that is, quite a bit from when you got out of the Cup car to this qualifying. You'll get back in the Cup car shortly for that qualifying. How valuable was it to just get these handful of laps down?
I didn't notice much difference really from where we ended practice to where the rain has the track right now. So, you know, I don't think there was a whole lot of difference there. So nothing for us really. And, you know, being able to get back out there with good cars obviously is a good thing. And we've had some really good speed here, both on the Xfinity side and the Monster Energy Cup side.
All right. Well, Dave, so for all the unknowns, sounds like the track really didn't change all that much.
Certainly not for Kyle Busch. Sounds like he has it handled very well, as he has in the past. You look at a little bit at the Xfinity and Monster Energy Series weekend sweeps at Bristol. It's happened before. Could it happen again for that guy? He's on the pole for tonight's race.